Hello, namaste, and welcome to my yoga channel. My name is Aldona, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a yoga posture called Sasaṅgāsana, also known as the rabbit pose. It's also having another name, Sasaṅgāsana, the hare pose. So this is a yoga posture in yoga, which is a partially inverted forward bend stretch, which kind of resembles the body of a hare or a rabbit. So that's where the name comes from. Now, I'm a little bit uncertain about the scripture or yoga text in which this asana was first mentioned. So if you happen to know, please drop it below in the comments. I would actually really like to know. But in the meantime, I'm feeling confident to share the practice of the posture with you because it, in a way, matters a little bit more than the history. What can we do with this posture? Why is it good for you? When do we not practice this posture? And how do we practice it? So this is what I'll be sharing with you today. In this posture, anatomically, the lower back is target, the triceps and the core and the neck. So this posture is great to include in yoga sequences in which you want to focus on these muscle groups. Now, energetically, energy runs along the meridians of the intestines and the lungs throughout the practice of this posture. And in terms of the chakra or energy centers activation, it activates Mūlādhāra chakra, our root chakra, and the crown, like a cosmic gateway. So in a way, that's very special about this posture because it connects these two polarities of our being. From one perspective, you could look at it like left and right, yin and yang. From another perspective, the crown and the Mūlādhāra are also polarities of our being because the Mūlādhāra is really connecting us with the earthy material plane, whereas the crown is connecting us to this more cosmic, pristine, heavenly plane. And in activating both, it's like a way of bringing it all together. So that's about the chakra activation. Now, what other benefits does this posture have? Well, so it flexes and lengthens the spine. It increases body awareness through the breath in the posture. It also activates, there's so many benefits, I'm going too fast. So it activates the thyroid gland, keeping hormones in balance. It also helps to relieve stress, especially as it flushes a lot of blood to the top of the head. And this has a very calming effect on the mind, and it also helps to relieve tension in the neck. Also, because of the way that the body circulates throughout our whole body, it keeps the muscles fresh and young, especially also the muscles of the face. As I'm saying, there's lots of blood going through to the area of the head overall. But also the abdominal muscles, organs get activated, meaning that it's actually really good for the digestive system overall, this posture. It also helps to stretch the shoulders and the arms, especially in the variation. So I'm also going to show you Buddha Hasta Sasaṅgāsana, which is the rabbit hare with the hands bound. It's a little bit of a variation. So I'll show you both. Another thing is that you can practice it at any time of the day, in your morning or evening practice, or maybe in the afternoon, but the posture is really helpful for inducing sleep. So if you have trouble sleeping and you want to help yourself get to sleep, practice this posture before going to bed, and it'll help. Now, it also helps to relieve a little bit of stiffness in the lower back. And now again, if practiced regularly, certain postures will have a stronger healing effect. Like if you do a posture one time for 5 minutes, like once a week, and you're trying to like heal something chronic, that's not really going to help. People have healed many things with yoga, but often yoga can go hand in hand with medicine. So I'm very much of like bridging east and west, like science and yoga, and how it all goes together, because it does. So now, complementing your healing process, when you practice this posture regularly, it can help you to heal many things like diabetes, chronic tonsillitis, spondylitis, sinusitis, colds, depression, and yes, cold. I already said that. So practicing yoga regularly is really what will really help your healing progress. Practicing yoga once a week may have some benefits, but if you really want to practice yoga therapeutically, it's important that you do so regularly, and it's also very important that you know what to do and what not to do, because if you don't know what you're doing, you could end up doing something that's going to actually make your ailment worse, and then you're going to be like, no, I tried and yoga doesn't work. And it's just, you really have to actually know what you're doing. So if you need some guidance, reach out. Now, I've mentioned the contraindications for this posture. What is remaining is how to actually practice the posture. So, first variation, you can start in either tilt, so you come on your knees, the knees are together, sitting between your heels, and then from kneeling down, you come and bring your forehead down. With your arms, you grab a hold of your heels, your forehead is down, and then you begin to raise the hips, pushing forward as much as you can until you feel a stretch in your arms and your upper back and a little bit the back of your neck. So I'm not super forcing, but there's tension. So you want to find a sweet spot there between comfort and effort, and then begin to relax in the posture. Ideally, you want to hold it for at least 3 minutes to get the energy to really start flowing and having its effect. To come out, you simply raise your hips down to the heels and rest in child's pose. What is the other variation? The Buddha Hasta Sasaṅgāsana. So with the hands bound, you enter the posture in the same way. Forehead down, but here, instead of grabbing your heels, you grab a hold of each of the hands behind you and you straighten the arms. Your forehead is on the ground. So the forehead, and then you roll forward. So the pressure comes to the hairline or a little bit the top of the head, not too much, and then you stretch the arms backwards. Lift the heels. Now, as much as you can, stretching the arms back, you can go quite far, but if you're here, that's also fine. Just let them drop without forcing it too much. Just let it drop. So the soles of the feet are up, focusing on the energy flowing through the feet, like so. Up to the top of the head. Coming back out of the posture, you come back down into child's pose. You close your eyes and just have a moment to feel the effects, to settle. And whenever you're ready, coming out of the posture, continue with your practice. This posture is usually nice to do towards the end of the practice, like towards the more inverted postures part of the class, where you're just like moving towards relaxation. The first few times that you do it, it can feel kind of awkward because of the pressure in your head, and it's just kind of an awkward position to put your body into. So have a little bit of a playful attitude. Don't force it too much. You might feel a little bit of pressure on the head. Just take it easy with it. Don't go like too full on. Explore the posture a little bit. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a beautiful day. May you be well, may you be healthy, may you be happy, and may you be free. Namaste.